Today I'll be showing you how to add a 1099 form to your tax return. There are several types of 1099, so I'll go in and briefly show you what it looks like once you click into it in the system. But I'm going to actually go through the 1099 miscellaneous form only because most of the time you will have to add a Schedule C to that, because with a 1099 form, those are usually for contractors, people that do contracting type work, and they may have some type of expenses. So I'm going to go into the 1099G, click begin, and we're going to enter the amounts here. However that form looks, the document that they bring to you, you just enter the amounts on here. So we're going to cancel out of here. The 1099 interest and dividend, click begin. You're always going to select the first one to begin. So you're going to select what is interest or dividend income. So you're going to continue, and it's going to take you to the screen here, and this should look similar to the form that they present to you that contains that dividend income that's on there. So we're going to cancel. We're going to cancel again to get back to the main screen. Okay, for a 1099-R, any type of pension distribution or retirement, we want to click begin there. Click begin on the first option, and it's going to take you to this screen here again. You just enter the information, and this is set up kind of how the form that they will actually have is set up as well. So whatever amounts are in those boxes, you just enter those amounts here. We're going to cancel, continue, so we can get back to that main screen. Then for unemployment compensation, click begin, begin that 1099G. Again, enter the information here exactly how it is on the form. Okay, we're going to cancel to get back to our main screen, and we're going to go over the 1099 miscellaneous. We're going to go to 1099 miscellaneous. So we're going to enter all the information for the payer. The recipient is already entered because it automatically puts the information for the taxpayer. So we're going to go back here. Enter the name. Address. Once you enter the zip code, the city and state automatically populates. And if it's any amounts in those boxes, you're going to enter that amount. Usually with the 1099 form, the only box that usually has something in it is that box 7 for non-employee compensation. So we're going to put about $24,000 here. If they did pay into federal, you can enter that amount here. If not, you can leave it blank. I'm going to scroll down. Again, just view the information and the document that your client presents you to see what needs to be entered into the system. If there was any state information on there, you can enter that here. And click continue. Now with that 1099 miscellaneous form, you have to add a Schedule C. As I've stated before, usually contractors use a 1099 miscellaneous form, and they may have some type of expenses, so we're going to create a new Schedule C. If there was a EIN or business name, you can enter that information. If not, just scroll down and always click from your list of business codes. So we're going to scroll down and look for child care service. Child daycare services. And it's going to pull that business code there. So we're going to continue. And it's going to take us right to that Schedule C. That way we can write off any expenses that that taxpayer may have. So right now you see that that client is negative $116. Anytime it's in the red, that means they're negative. So you don't have to do income because that information is already entered on that 1099 miscellaneous. So we're going to go to general expenses here. And we're just going to write off some information for this client to bring them out of that negative. Again, whatever information that they present to you, that's the only information you enter into the system. So if they had advertising, you enter that information. If they don't present you any type of documentation to show proof of their expenses, you cannot enter that into the system. But for this client, we're going to say that they paid about $250 for advertising, about $1,500 for renting or leasing equipment. Supplies, once that they spend about $2,500 on supplies. Usually if you do some type of contracting where you have to have some type of license or pay taxes, so we're going to say they paid about $125 there. If anything else applies, again, if they provide you proof with this information, you may enter that into the system. So we're going to click continue once all information has been entered. The system is generating that refund. So now that client is out of the negatives and up to a refund of $1,548. So if any other information applies, you can go into here if they have car and truck expenses, depreciation, or any other expenses that were not listed under these categories above. If everything is complete, we're going to click continue. It's going to bring you to the summary of that page, and we're going to click continue. And that's how you enter your 1099 information for your client.